This is the QTV Nightly News, and I am Lolly M. Kabara. Thank you for joining us. Here are the headlines. The government, through the Ministry of Trade in partnership with the licensed recruitment agencies, launched a two-day pre-departure orientation training for the first group of Gambians workers set to be deployed to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As the Gambia prepares to mark its 60th year of independence on the 18th of February, in part 2 of this feature, we explore the Gambia's rich cultural heritage through its festivals, traditions, and unity. The Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources concluded a 3-day stakeholders planning retreat in Mansa Konko on Sunday. Those were the headlines. Now the news in detail. Thank you for joining us. The government of the Gambia, through the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment, in partnership with licensed recruitment agencies, launched a 2-day pre-departure orientation training for the first group of Gambian workers set to be deployed to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Usman Jata tells us more.
This essential training aims to facilitate the successful integration of the Gambian workers into the Saudi labor market. It follows the ratification of the Gambia-Saudi Arabia Manpower Agreement by Parliament in 2024. The first group of candidates will spend several years in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, earning a monthly income of approximately $200, around $14,000, along with health insurance coverage. One anonymous candidate shared her expectations, expressing optimism about benefiting from the package.
Traveling to the Saudi for the first time is great and nothing bad about it because I am a Muslim and I'm really proud to go to Saudi to work with them, at least to stand for my country.
This training is designed to equip the 50 candidates with the essential skills and knowledge needed for success in their deployment. It will also help them become familiar with the cultural, climatic and labor market conditions in Saudi Arabia. Modu Kamara is the Chief Executive Officer of Outsourced Recruitment Agency.
So for those who have experience, they are having more than $300. The lowest that the inexperienced people are having is $200, but there are others being paid $250 above. As we progress in, the contract is 2 years. At the end of the 2 years period, then they will sit together and see whether the contract can be renewed.
The government aims to create 150,000 jobs between 2023 and 2027 to address the high unemployment rate in the country, which currently stands at 41.5%. Youth unemployment is particularly concerning at 48.6%. According to the Gambia Labour Force Survey 2022 to 2023, Faba Jame is the Director of Employment at the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment.
Government to government, there is an agreement signed. Worker to employer, there is also a contract signed. So there is assurance for your safety. And even whereas the unfortunate issues or things arise, there are remedial measures.
In response to the concerns about the alleged abuse of domestic workers, the government of the Gambia and Saudi Arabia have signed a labor agreement to ensure the protection of the rights of Gambian citizens working in the kingdom. At the national level, a technical team comprising relevant stakeholders, including the National Agency Against Trafficking in Persons, has been established to address the cases of abuse. Also, in 2025, the government aims to deploy over 5,000 qualified skilled candidates to Saudi Arabia as part of efforts to create more employment opportunities for the youth. Osman Chata, reporting for QTV News.
As the Gambia approaches its 60th independence anniversary on February 18th, the nation is reflecting on its cultural heritage and celebrating the unity in its diversity. In part 2 of this story, I explore the Gambia's rich cultural heritage through its festival, traditions, and unity. Here is the report. On February 18, 1965, the Gambia took its first steps as an independent nation. Now, 60 years later, the small but mighty country celebrates not just its sovereignty, but its vibrant identity, rooted in a mosaic of cultures, traditions, and festivals that unite its people. In this piece, we looked at the journey to explore the heart of the Gambia's heritage and its festivals, where history, music, and dance bring communities together. As the Gambia looks toward its future, ensuring the preservation of its cultural heritage is crucial. Young Gambians are actively participating in cultural workshops and learning traditional crafts, music, and dance. Modern artists are also blending traditional Gambian sounds with contemporary influences, keeping the culture alive while making it relevant to the younger generation. Initiatives to preserve historical sites and intangible cultural practices are being embraced as educators and cultural leaders stress the importance of passing on traditions to the next generation. Here is the governor of the Central River Region, Usman Ba, on the importance of safeguarding the heritage for the younger generation.
This festival is not merely a showcase of our customs and traditions, but a vital means of passing on our stories and values to the next generation. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, as we celebrate, let us also recognize the importance of preserving our cultural heritage. In a world that is increasingly globalized, it is essential that we remain committed to our identities and traditions. The masquerade, the songs, the dances, and the stories told to us today are the trends that weave the fabric of our society. Let us nurture them, share them, and proudly carry them forward. Moreover, the Janjambure Kankurang and Masquerade Festival should be a beacon of unity, one that brings together people from all walks of life, fostering a sense of belonging and togetherness. This festival transcends our differences and reminds us that, regardless of our backgrounds, we are one people, bound by our shared roots and aspirations.
Another key cultural event is the Full Africa Festival, a vibrant celebration of Fula culture which celebrates the Fula people and highlights the rich tapestry of Fula traditions, one of the Gambia's largest ethnic groups, known for their complex traditions in cattle herding, weaving, and music. The festival is a visual spectacle with vibrant parades and exhibitions. Traditional clothing, storytelling, and livestock exhibitions are prominent features showcasing the cultural richness of the Fula community. Families and communities gather to honor their heritage in ways that are both personal and profound. As the Gambia celebrates 60 years of independence, its rich cultural heritage stands as a testament to the resilience and creativity of its people. From the timeless songs of the griots to the vibrant festivals that bring communities together, the Gambia's cultural heritage is a living, breathing testament to its history and identity. As the nation celebrates 60 years of independence, it looks to the future with hope, unity, and pride, standing as a beacon of culture and tradition for generations to come. For QTV News, Loli M. Camara. The Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources concluded a 3-day stakeholders planning retreat in Mansakonko on Sunday. The retreat aims to identify and discuss key challenges, emerging opportunities and prioritize it for 2025. Bakari Balde covered the opening ceremony and he filed this report.
Kauru Lower Basic School, established in 1946 during the colonial period, was built to significantly improve access to Western education for the people of Kauru and its surrounding communities. Over the years, it has undergone several transformations. Baba A. Jajusi, a retired teacher and former head boy of the school from 1962 to 1965, provided a brief history of the school.
The school started in 1946. Then it was built outside. It was built in a compound called Mr. Ibrahim Osalla's compound. But in 1947, when there was a demand, an urgent demand for education, then people set a committee and they went to Janjambure, to the governor, the then governor, for a school to be built.
Mr. Jajusi further explained why parents were initially unwilling to send their children to schools where the language of instruction was English.
And some people also thought that, well, Western education could change the behavior and their culture. Because once Western education comes in, their culture may die down.
The school's head teacher, Katim Toure, praised the former students for initiating such an event and appealed for continued support.
So we are here to celebrate the longevity and the achievements of the school. The school has done great things. So many people have passed here, and then some of them now are working in different parts of the Gambia. Some are in Europe, some are in America. So that is one achievement. So the school has done very well, and then the people of Kaur are supposed to help the school to grow.
Mohamed S.M. Job, the steering committee chairman, and Mohamed Jeng, a retired head teacher and former student of the school, called for united efforts to develop the school. They outlined various projects and measures for implementation.
We want to uplift the entire structure of the school, first by ensuring that we rehabilitate, renovate or build staff quarters, repaint all the classrooms and provide furniture. Then we intend to embark on a serious discussion with the committee in Kaur to ensure they maintain the status quo.
Today, we are also launching a project, and we have declared that every year we will come and take care of one project. This year, we have embarked on the water problem in the school.
According to elders in the community, the name Kauru is derived from the fuller phrase Kauren down the Mayo, meaning let's meet at the riverbank, reflecting the town's geographical location. Despite the challenges the school currently faces, the committee pledged to raise funds to rehabilitate the school. The event was well attended by government officials, teachers, the community, and both former and present students. Bakari Balde, QTV News.
That was Kauru Lower Basic School, one of the oldest schools in the Central River region, belatedly celebrated its Platinum Jubilee at the school grounds, reflecting on its achievements, addressing challenges and looking ahead to the future. So that was our reporter there, Bakari Balde. So moving on, the United Nations Development Programme, UNDP, held a certification ceremony for over 200 councillors and local government personnel who completed an extensive public administration and leadership training from October to December 2024. Our reporter Yafatu Gay tells us more.
The training, which covered essential topics such as effective leadership strategies, ethical governance practices, and the importance of transparency in decision-making processes, aims to strengthen leadership skills, promote greater transparency, and enhance accountability in local governance. By equipping local leaders with these essential skills, the 3-month-long training aims to improve efficiency and integrity of local governance structures, ultimately leading to the provision of better public service and the fostering of greater trust between local governments and communities they serve. Mandisa Mashulugu, the UNDP resident representative, emphasized the importance of strengthening local governance in achieving the UNDP Sustainable Development Goals.
We as UNDP firmly believe that transparency and accountability are the cornerstones for sustainable development. These principles are integral in achieving the SDGs, particularly SDG 16, which aims to promote peaceful and inclusive societies, provide access to justice for all, and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels.
Hamad N. Keba, the Minister of Lands, Regional Governance and Religious Affairs, and Mohamed B.S. Jallow, the Vice President of the Gambia, highlighted the importance of this training for promoting good governance. They reiterated the government's commitment to combating corruption and fostering good governance, while urging participants to apply the knowledge gained during the training in their administrative roles.
It is only through genuine governance that we can sustain democracy, and also people can have and can reach or can harvest the dividends of democracy. With governance, we deliver services to the people. And in doing that, people tend to appreciate the system of government that governs them. And that cannot happen in the absence of proper training.
Our government is aware of ongoing incidents of corruption and recognizes its damaging impact on development and public trust. We remain steadfast in our commitment to fighting it. By championing ethical governance and public administration at the local level, this partnership is crucial in driving meaningful change and impact. Your efforts will therefore contribute to creating a transparent and just society where every citizen can thrive.
Yankuba Dabo, a participant, reflected on the impactful nature of the training and highlighted some of the key topics covered.
I am sure we have learned a lot from this course, and we are certainly applying a lot of the knowledge, the valuable knowledge learned from the course, which would enhance our service delivery to our people.
In the Gambia, local governance plays a vital role in the country's overall development, with governors and councillors serving as key figures in ensuring effective administration, service delivery, and community engagement. Their responsibilities are essential for shaping the governance structure at grassroots level, addressing local needs, and contributing to the achievement of national development goals. This milestone highlights the UNDP's ongoing commitment to capacity building, good governance, and leadership development, which are essential for fostering democratic values and promoting sustainable development at local level. Reporting for QTV News, this is Yafatu Gay.
So we'll go back to our earlier mentioned story, which is the Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources concluded a three-day stakeholders planning retreat in Mansakonko on Sunday. The retreat aims to identify and discuss key challenges, emerging opportunities and priorities for 2025. Our correspondent in LRR, Bakari Balde, reports.
The main objective of the planning retreat is to critically review the ministry's existing work plan. It also aims to develop a new work plan for the ministry. Also, the retreat provides an opportunity for staff to share ideas and experiences, helping to identify new strategies that will support the ministry in achieving its development goals. Rohi John Manjang, the Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, emphasized the importance of teamwork in achieving success.
What is important and why we are here is to plan together. So when we have this plan at heart and agree to that unified plan, it's always easy to come back to it when we disagree, because we have a common goal. So for me, that's the essence of coming together to plan together. We agree on our activities because whatever we're going to present today is going to be for the entire ministry.
Minister Manjang applauded her staff for their dedication and further highlighted some of her expectations.
So definitely I call on all of us to put on our gloves more tight and then deliver for the next 12 months to come. We can do it, we have been doing it, and we can do much more better.
Ibrahim Jawara, the Permanent Secretary of the Ministry of Environment, stated that the retreat is timely and will provide an opportunity for the ministry staff to interact and generate positive ideas for the advancement of the institution.
And like they say, the chain is as strong as its weakest link. So we'll also have to see how best we can support our colleagues who require support so that we all float and not sink. But I'm optimistic that given the achievements we had last year, that this year will be much better as we strive to achieve and even exceed the targets that we have set for ourselves.
Maria Mandau, Director of the Central Project Coordination Unit, at the Ministry of Environment stated that the dialogue will serve as a reflection and better equip the staff to carry out their work effectively.
It's not going to be a retreat that will always be like, in a stress, presentation mood from one slide to another, There will be some team building activities, and those activities are not just to create funds, but to see how the effort of one team contribute to the success of the ministry. So in one way, we are achieving two goals. One is fixing our health issues, especially us with the big tummies. And in another way is how do we support each other to achieve what we want.
This retreat is crucial for providing performance, fostering positive work culture, and setting the foundation for future success. As the ministry responsible for the environment, this retreat is crucial because it provides a platform to discuss pressing issues of climate change, which contribute to more frequent and intense heat waves, droughts, floods, storms, and wildfires, among other challenges. Addressing these environmental concerns is key to developing effective strategies and solutions for mitigation and adaptation. Bakari Balde for QTV News.
We'll now go for a commercial break. When we return, we have some more local and international news stories for you. Do stay tuned.
fii mooy fan fii mooy Inessa di place bi nga xam ne moom la ñëpp taaw place bii bépp xeetu ataaya bu baax rek bu dugg see ci dëkk bi xamal li fii rek la am bara wërga bii neex na lool saf na ba pare tamit nag am gu bu neex boo ko naanee rek da ngay kontaan ci saa añ ba suur ba gëreesal li nga lekk jëndal bara ataaya bii ndax moom la ñëpp taaw gis nga sama client bii ataaya bu neex bu ne moom laa koy njëkk a jox ndax moom kat ataaya bu neex rek lay wër bara wërga bii mooy wërga bi gën te moo gën a saf kon nag ràññee leen ko bu baax kon daw leen gaaw ca Banjul foofu ca Inessa di place bi nga xam ni foofu rek nga ko mën a amee wholesale wala retail mu ngi foofu ci boori court house bi foofu ca Banjul wala nga daw ci bépp marché bépp supermarket bépp boutique fépp foo dugg rek di nga mën a am baara warga bii nga xam ne moom la ñëpp di wër tey baara warga moo dàq ci warga yi man maa ngi ci moom ndax su ma maree ataaya moom rek lay naan.
Supersonics Islamic Insurance, the Gambia's first digital insurance provider, brings innovation, convenience, and Sharia compliance to your doorstep. We offer a wide range of general insurance services, ensuring peace of mind and protection for what matters most. Whether at home, on the go, or in business, experience the difference with Supersonics Islamic Insurance Company Limited. Contact us today, +220-5132-319, 5132-318, or 5132-315. Email us info@supersonicsinsurance.com or on our website www.supersonicsinsurance.com or visit us at Bega Plaza 56 Liberation Avenue. Bye.
Welcome back, and this is QTV News. The Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission held a one-day capacity building training for journalists across various medias on the competition and consumer protection laws in the Gambia. Mamadou Gajaga tells us more. Officials have stated that the donated medical equipment will help reduce maternal and infant deaths in the Gambia and strengthen the facility. The items include incubators, CPAP machines, phototherapy machines, bedside monitors, infusion pumps, oxygen masks, cannulas, and other essential consumables. Dr. Mustafa Pite, Chief Medical Director of EFSTH, noted that this donation follows a prior visit by the partners where the hospital management outlined aid needs. He expressed gratitude that the discussions led to this outcome and highlighted the significant impact the devices will have on babies in the special care unit.
Currently, we don't have enough phototherapy machines, so you have a lot of children come here, they need, they have jaundice, they need to be supported. So these machines, in a short statement, is invaluable. It's going to help save a lot of lives.
The Turkish International Cooperation Agency, TICA, has been a vital partner for the Gambia's Ministry of Health, supporting healthcare improvements. Recent projects include refurbishing the rehabilitation unit at Tanka Tanka and setting up a cancer screening clinic at Bundu Maternal and Child Health Hospital. Here is Sule Baga, TICA's country director.
We look forward to a successful cooperation in the future with the Ministry of Health and the people for the aim of the people in the Gambia, especially the babies.
The Turkish ambassador to the Gambia, Turka Oba, expressed his gratitude to the EFSTH Hospital Administration, the Minister of Health, Director and officials of Ankara University, and TICA's country representative for their collaboration in implementing this project.
My country also witnessed challenging time in the same field years ago. With Turkey's health transformation program, Turkey managed to curb significantly maternal and infant mortality rate. We aim to replicate this success and contribute to the improvement of health system in the Gambian too. And my delegation's presence here is a significant token to this end.
Babandin Sabali, the Deputy Permanent Secretary at the Ministry of Health, represented the minister during the event.
Maternal mortality and infant mortality indicators are very disturbing. However, as a country and as a ministry, we have worked tirelessly to ensure that we have improved the maternal mortality and infant mortality indicators. And again, this partnership, by contributing these machines, will contribute in no small way in reducing maternal mortality and infant mortality.
Other speakers at the event included officials from the Pediatric Intensive Care Specialist Unit of Ankara University Hospital and the head of the Pediatrics Unit at EFSTH. Both reiterated their commitment to ensuring the continued support and collaboration. The Gambia Mother and Baby Protection Project, launched by Tika Banjul, has entered its third phase. This phase includes a significant investment in medical supplies worth millions and plans to send Turkish doctors to train Gambian healthcare workers on how to effectively use the donated equipment. For QTV News, Lolly M. Kamara. That was my own report, so we'll have to read the headline. The preamble: medical supplies were given to the Edward Francis Small Teaching Hospital worth over $5 million, and it is they're yet towards saving or reducing the maternal and infant deaths in the Gambia. So moving on. The Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission held one day's capacity building training for journalists across various media and competition and consumer protection laws in the Gambia. Mamadou Gajaga attended and he now reports.
The Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection Commission is the body mandated to promote competition and enhance welfare of consumers by protecting them from unfair and deceptive market practices. Therefore, equipping journalists with the requisite knowledge to detect and report unfair competition and malpractices is very much within the Commission's remit. Babukar Sise is the Director of Competition at the Gambia Competition and Consumer Protection.
The work we do requires strong collaboration and partnership with the media, as you are a very important faculty in society and in disseminating what we do, but also you are very close to the public, as some of our cases we get to know them through you by visiting your social media handles. So as a commission, this training is very important to us, to train the media houses on what we do.
The GCCPC is also mandated to promote competition in the supply of goods and services by prohibiting collusive agreements, bid rigging, monopoly, and merger situations, in addition to investigating and controlling all forms of restrictive agreements, and promoting the understanding of the general public on the benefits of competition and related matters. Fabakari Toure is the Consumer Protection Manager.
We are very much, as a commission, appreciative of the role that the media play in the dissemination of information regarding what the Commission does. Today, I think that today is a very good opportunity for us today, because you are physically present and our acts are not very easy to understand, especially Competition Act.
Expected to use the knowledge gained from this training to inform the public about concerns of hoarding, unfair competition, such as monopolies and bid rigging, all of which have a negative impact on prices for consumers. Mamadou Gajaga, QTV News.
The organizers of the National Competition Musical Festival, in collaboration with Jollof Arts, organized a press conference on Tuesday to provide updates on the upcoming festival finals scheduled for February 18th at Q City in Bijilo. Aissatou Barry has the rest of the story.
The finals come after an intense and highly competitive process that saw 17 talented winners selected from across all regions of the Gambia. The competition gave a platform to aspiring artists to showcase their skills, with each region producing standout performers who demonstrated exceptional musical talent and creativity. Wagan Fai, one of the judges for the event, urged the young aspiring musicians to stay passionate and dedicated to their goals.
This is just the beginning of your career. You know, the third, fourth, fifth, sixth place could even end up having a bigger career than even the first place winner. If you are looking for a career, I think this is definitely a great stepping stone. This is a new world order as far as entertainment is concerned.
The acting executive director of the National Sports Council, Mahmoud El Jawla, emphasizes the importance of the event in promoting both sports and aspiring artists.
The proceeds from this competition will serve as another source of funding for our sports programs, but also contribute to the development of these young men and women who are seated over there, for them to also choose this as a career for them.
This event is designed to not only highlight the diverse musical traditions that form the foundation of the Gambia's cultural identity, but also to provide a stage for young artists to gain exposure and recognition. Solso is the CEO of Jollof Arts Entertainment.
If we help nurture our young talents, not necessarily only in music, not necessarily only in sports, but in all areas. So if you are an expert or you have an idea which you want to pursue and support the younger generation, don't let nothing or nobody stop you.
Lamin Jawara of the National Sports Council advocates for increased support for the event.
We therefore urge the government of the Gambia to come and support this very event as part of the independence celebrations activities. In the Gambia, we have very generous corporate institutions, and we know they are hearing us. Wherever you are, wherever you may be, the general managers and the managing directors. This is a cause to support.
The chief judge of the NCM, Latir Kar, explains how Africa's music industry remains underutilized.
As of last year, for instance, the entertainment and marketing industry accounts for $3 trillion globally. $3 trillion, not billion, dollars globally. And out of this, less than 2% comes from Africa. Less than 2%. So I think Africa is missing out. We're missing out a great deal on revenue that could change the lives of our people.
The organizers say the winner will be awarded a significant cash prize, an album recording deal, and a visual content provided by Jollof Arts Entertainment. The event is set to become an annual event, aiming to inspire the next generation and create a lasting impact that will encourage more investments in Gambian youth and their potential. Aissatou Barry, QTV News.
Now to international news. Yesterday was the opening of the 48th Governing Council of the International Fund for Agricultural Development, IFAD. The two-day event held in Rome focused on how to catalyze investment in rural communities, often called the last mile, but which IFAD sees as the first mile, where small-scale farmers grow the food that nourishes the world. Alusise tells us more.
With the rural economies forming the backbone of many developing nations, including the Gambia, the discussions at this high-level gathering are of significant interest. His Majesty King Leslie III of Lesotho set the tune for the discussions, calling for urgent action on malnutrition. He reminded leaders that child undernutrition cost African economies between 1.9% and 16.5% of their GDP annually, a major setback to development.
The overarching purpose of these investments should be to break the intergenerational cycle of poverty and malnutrition, and to find long-lasting solutions that will help us create sustainable food systems that can deliver healthy diets.
Sierra Leone's President Julius Maada Bio emphasized the need to strengthen rural economies. He pointed out that rural populations, especially women and youth, must be at the center of efforts to build food sovereignty.
With the right support, rural populations have the potential to sustain themselves and their economies and communities.
The First Lady of Brazil, Janja Lula da Silva, spoke on the global hunger crisis, questioning how 800 million people can still suffer from hunger in a world that produces enough food for all. She called for stronger global alliances to address food insecurity and equality.
We can indeed put together knowledge, policies and funding in order to implement policies that can truly change reality.
Italy's Minister of Economy and Finance, Giancarlo Giorgetti, reaffirmed his country's commitment to IFAD's mission, acknowledging the organization's crucial role in tackling poverty and food insecurity.
We recognize its merit as a unique organization in the development landscape, with its focus on the first mile, where a real difference can be made, and with its mission to invest in the most vulnerable rural communities.
With global leaders, development experts, and small-scale farmers all contributing to the discussions, IFAD's 48 Governing Council is expected to set new priorities for investment in rural communities. As the Gambia continues to seek sustainable solutions for food security and economic resilience, the outcomes of this gathering could hold valuable lessons for the country. The conference concluded today with further discussion on financing, partnerships, and policies to empower rural populations. Reporting for QTV News, I am Aliou Cissé.
Before we end, here's a recap of the headlines. The government, through the Ministry of Trade, in partnership with licensed recruitment agencies, launched a two-day pre-departure orientation training for the first group of Gambian workers set to be deployed to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. As the Gambia prepares to mark its 60th year of independence on 18 February, in part 2 of this feature, we explore the Gambia's rich cultural heritage through its festivals, traditions, and unity. The Ministry of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources concluded a 3-day stakeholders planning retreat in Mansa Konko on Sunday. In international news, yesterday marked the opening of the 48th Governing Council of the International Fund for Agricultural Development held in Rome, Italy. That's all in this news bulletin. Join us at 10 p.m. for another news. Thank you.